Greetings, it's Catherine and Brian at Moonstarlodge in Central Ontario, Georgian Bay area, with your Indigenous perspective on all things cartomancy. We're still working with the Season of the Ancestors, and I'm using the same cards as I did for last week's video. If you want to see the decks, there's a picture that we upload with every reading, so you can actually read the authors and such off the decks. I am still using the Relative Tarot this week as the principal deck, and so let's go, Brian. So here are the Relative Tarot cards, and we have the clarifiers here, all from different seasonal decks. We start the week of the 13th to 19th. No, it can't be. It's the second week. It's the
13th to 19th. The last week was 6 to 12.
Well, there you go. I'm right, or you're right, I'm not. So the 13th to the 19th. And it's the Seven of Cups. So we have all kinds of options this particular week. And clearly I need more coffee. I can't keep the week straight anymore. The Seven of Cups can remind us not to get pulled so hard into deciding and dealing with illusions and stuff that we just don't make any choice. That's always a difficulty. So to clarify how we make the choice, we have the Page of Rings, or in this deck, this ancestor is the Page of Pentacles. And this is all about Pentacles, or of course our earth walk, our third dimensional life, our money, our material wealth, our jobs, what we do, how we make our way through being who we're meant to be in this third dimensional life on earth. So pages always bring a sense of curiosity and learning. They bring a dynamism. They're very interested in skill building. Pages have no fear about the unknown. In fact, they get excited and they're very interested in research and learning. So this is what this page is giving us this week, is the opportunity to really discern with some clarity and curiosity which of the choices might be in our best interest. And maybe there's more than one choice that we should make this particular week. And it's followed, the seven is followed by the Eight of Cups, and that's very interesting because it shows a woman turning her back on the Eight Cups. This is something that we've loved and worked on for perhaps most of our lives, but it has come to a point where we need to move on from it. And we have experiences or experience of what this is that we love to do, but it's time to shift gears. So the page has implications in here as well. It's a wonderful transition about this is definitely something we are not choosing to continue. So the page has brought us some clarity. It's followed by this card, or clarified by this card. True love can never really be lost. So if this is a love of a person, or a love of an animal, or a love of a thing that we did, it's not going to be lost if we turn our back to it. It can always be there to resume at another time. It's followed by the Nine of Wands. Interesting, we have a 7, an 8, and a 9. And this person is protecting what they've chosen to do so far. And I see it as no different than the progression from this card, turning our back on something we are finished with emotionally and having worked into other areas. Wands are, you know, the fire in the belly, the passion, the sense of needing to defend. Well, Spirit wants you to know that you have bear. Bear is, this is a Lenormand deck, so the meaning of bear includes a protective spirit. It's one that will have our back, helping us to protect this incredible thing. So Spirit is protecting what it is that we're going after in this new direction. You've got the skill to do it. The middle card is the King of Cups. He made an appearance last week, as did the Lover's card, differently. So the King of Cups is, again, we're able to maintain that mature, emotional, outward face to the world. We are able to be balanced and generous and loving and compassionate, despite all that we're dealing with this week. And it's clarified by the Ace of Wands. So it's about beginnings, and we have endings here, and we have beginnings. So we are going into this new beginning emotionally balanced with excitement. It's in its fetal stage. We're just incubating it. It's a gestation. The Lovers are here, so we've got support in this life. It's also about choice, loving the choice that is presented to us, and it can be loving ourselves, embracing our animus and our anima. So it depends. It has an interesting potential relationship with this card, actually, up here. What we don't like about ourselves can be loved again, can be regained. That's a very deep, deep Jungian kind of interpretation here. The Lover's card is clarified by ancestors, and it says, they hiss a quivering so deep only roots of your soil can lift the nakedness hidden within the vows made in silence. An ancient chill walking upon the spine. So the ancestors are there. It's there. It's everywhere around us. It's important to keep pulling them into this equation this week, and don't forget them. Another 9. So we have the 9 of Wands and we have the 9 of Cups. So that's happy, satisfied, it's feeling complete. It's in line with having made choices to change what we were in love with doing. We are now up here complete and happy. And what's interesting, it's clarified by a very beautiful card. This is Dragon, and Dragon represents treasure. Everything we treasure, everything is being protected again by Spirit. So we are not alone in this. We have no fear whatsoever. And this card, I actually had Brian douse to make sure that I wasn't fumble fingers. We go to the third 9 of the week, which is the 9 of Swords. This is anxieties and fears. It tells me that this is historic. It's clarified by this card here, Survive. The survival, this is a soldier and I guess his wife or partner. You have ancestors who've been dragged through the muck. This soldier may have lost his life in battle, but they are there to help us make sure that with all that we've got, we don't get into a weird head mode and start fearing loss of all of this that we have developed. Those are the kinds of ego-based boogeymen that come into our thinking when we've done something really good and there's some little nagging part of us that feels like we don't deserve it. It's almost like survivor guilt. You've survived all this incredible transition, and then the fears and the anxieties pop in to make us crazy. If you're inclined to anxiety, there's lots of things you can do about it to not replay that old tape. Know that you will survive, and there are survivor ancestors to support this completely beautiful new direction. All right, Brian, you can flip the camera. So that's an amazing reading for the 13th to the 19th, and I look forward to seeing how this manifests. Every once in a while, I take special note of certain readings, just simply because they speak to me at a level that's deeper than even I have time to choose to present. So this is one of those that I will hang on to for a little while. Anyway, if you enjoyed this reading, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe so you get notified. We're expanding our offerings over the winter to include some videos on parapsychology and ghost hunting, and that's an area where the courses will go in the late winter and early spring. So in order for us to keep expanding, we need your support. We really, really do need your support to make this continue to go and grow. So if you can, send us a coffee, and I always appreciate your comments. Anyway, have a blessed week. Aho.